The bear is now going to be jointed. The head needs to be filled first and that will be jointed later, so I will remove those parts. We're going to joint the arms onto the body first. You take a sharp implement, I have an awl here, but you can use a skewer or a knitting needle, and make a hole where the joint mark is going to go. So all of the limbs will now get the joint marks pierced, and you will mark the body joint marks as well. It's important not to sever the weave of the fabric when you make the hole. You merely need to separate the threads in order for the screw to go through. Okay, we're also going to be doing the other joint marks on the body. So there should be 4 small holes where the joints are going to go. It's important not to use scissors because you could perhaps make the hole too large or it could tear. So rather use an awl or a knitting needle or a skewer. The leg joint marks also need to be marked. And again, make sure that they are on opposite sides. Now that everything has been marked, we're going to insert the discs into the arms and the body in order to get your bear to move. Now we're going to be doing the jointing, and I'd like to show you the parts that we use when we do joint a bear. There are many different connectors that you can use when coming to joint your bear. We use a specific set for Pip. For the arms and legs we use 2 discs, a screw, 2 washers and a lock nut. And for connecting the head to the body, we use 2 discs, a cotter pin with washers. So if you were going to connect the legs or the arms, you would take your screw, attach a washer to it, and then push that through your first disc. This would then get inserted into the arm or the leg through the hole that you've made. It would then go through the outer section of the body to the inside, where you would put another disc on, another washer, and the lock nut. To connect the head to the body, we're going to take a cotter pin with a washer, and that is going to go into the base of the head. The fabric will then get gathered around the bottom of that. The pin will go into the body, another disc will be inserted over that, together with the washer, and then we will use long nose pliers to split the pin open and secure it. We're now going to do the connection with the joints. Take the screw with a washer, thread the washer onto the screw, and then put the screw through the disc. Make sure it extends all the way through, like that, and you're going to push that into the inside of the arm and through the hole that has been made at the joint placement. Then find the corresponding hole on the body, so it will be the right side of the body, and ensure that you push this screw through that hole to the inside of the body. Push it all the way through, take your second disc and place it over the screw. Place your washer over the screw, and finally turn the lock nut as far as it will go. To secure it really tightly, you need to take your spanner, place that over the lock nut, keep your hands close to your work and push down, keeping that secure as you do so. Then you're going to take the screwdriver and position the tip of the screwdriver into the slot on top of the screw and turn clockwise until it is secure. You will note that as you turn the screw, it will extend beyond the lock nut on the inside of the body. And you will get to a point when you can't turn it anymore. You can see the screw now extending beyond the lock nut. You then grip the body and the arm close to the disc and turn to ensure that it is nice and tight. The limb will loosen as you fill it, so it must be tight at this point and not swivel around. Repeat this process for the other 3 limbs. You can partially pre-fill the limbs. We're going to use a hemostat or forceps to do that because it's a lot easier. Take your hollow fibre, and we're only going to fill as far as the wrists on the arm. Grip the hollow fibre with the front of the forceps and push it down to the paw pad area. You need to go right to the tip and ensure you have a nice round shape. Take a little bit more in. You don't need to go any higher than the wrist because you need to have access to do the jointing of the arm onto the body. You can repeat this process for the other limbs.